her MXM debut.
I love you.
Beth, you're 18!
He loves me.
This felt good.
An MMA fighter called Jax and his trainer Sienna start a toxic affair at the beginning of Perfect Addiction. After Jax sleeps with her sister Beth, they inevitably break up. These are the top scenes that makes me recommend this movie.
Be great.
Number 6. Sienna falls in love with the trainee.
I knew exactly who he was.
Maybe we can get in the ring sometime.
And I wasn't just gonna let my guard down. Jax was the best I'd ever trained.
An MMA fighter and a trainer appeared to have the making of a beautiful love story at the beginning of the film. At the gym run by Julianne, her trainer and coach and a father figure to Sienna, she met Jax. Jax was the best fighter because of Sienna's training. Jax is involved in an automobile accident. Jax found it really difficult to get back into the ring and start over. However, Sienna remains by his side during the difficult times, assisting him in improving daily. They eventually move in together once Jax gets back on his feet, but she subsequently discovered that he had cheated on her with her sister, Beth.
Attention to me.
Beth, you're 18!
He loves me.
Sienna sets her eyes on revenge.
So busy.
Busy!
I made a mistake. Babe.
100 on Kaden Williams.
I'm here with my fiance.
Sienna's best buddy Brent suggested that she look at Caden's place in hopes of finding a roommate. When she went over, Caden turned her down, but fortunately, Julianne told her about the altercation between Caden and Jax.
So busy. I made a mistake. Babe.
100 on
Jax
Kaden
has been
Williams.
hammering him that much.
I'm here with my
Police
fiance.
raid had halted him. Sienna decided to train him for a rematch after seeking him out. 4. Sienna falls in love with her roommate.
I am never dating, but you're dating. Do exactly what I say.
In return for Caden allowing her to use the room, Sienna agrees to coach him 6 days a week. They begin sharing the room when he accepts, viewing it as his chance to triumph at last. In the meanwhile, Sienna learns that, in spite of her cautions, Beth and Jax are now dating. As she allowed Jax to affect her, Sienna had been preoccupied with her rage. She made the decision to train a superior fighter in order to defeat Jax at his own game and exact the ideal retribution. Only after meeting Caden did the concept become ingrained in her mind. Coincidentally, Caden had been searching for a roommate and had a free room in his basement apartment. 3. Two dudes fight over a girl on the wedding day.
Really glad you stayed for the reception.
Forever. You clean up nice, princess. That fire. Supposed to be us. It could be great.
Consider this me breaking the cycle. Jax, stop.
You're a pawn, dude.
Sienna loses it after arguing with Beth during Brent's wedding, unable to convince her that Jax is only taking advantage of her. This rage also spills over onto Caden, who runs after her in an attempt to soothe her. Caden admits that he has begun to fall in love with her after she pushes him away in anger. Soon, they are falling more passionately in love and working harder than ever. Julianne is upset that Sienna is falling for her trainee once more, and given how vicious Jax has become, they could weaken Caden. 2. Sienna rips apart ex-boyfriend's bike.
Okay, it's fight or flight.
Still seeing her.
I can stop.
Champion. And I'm training him to matters is that we win.
Look what we have here.
By revealing the tattoo on his arm, Caden confides with Sienna about his background. His mother, who was killed in an accident while traveling to pick him up after he had consumed alcohol at the party, reared him. After arguing with Jax and tearing up his motorbike, Sienna flees the scene of the fight that breaks out between Jax and Caden, in which Caden sustains serious injuries. Number 1. Revenge on ex-boyfriend backfires and goes terribly wrong.
It didn't matter anymore. We'd already won.
This felt good.
100
Despite his injuries, Caden attends the battle. After Jack severely beats him in the first round, he searches for Sienna nearby. He understands that he wants to be with her forever, even if he loses the battle. After a fierce battle, Caden pins down Jax. Jax wakes up and kicks Caden as Sienna approaches the ring and gives him a hug. The kick lands squarely in her face as Sienna pulls him away. She has serious injuries and is taken to the hospital. Julian hands her a letter that Caden wrote when she wakes up. He acknowledges that his love for her has been too intense and that he doesn't want any of his loved ones to suffer. Like she did with Jax, Caden believes that if she stays with him, she will constantly be in his shadow. Caden wants her to have her own future in which she is acknowledged. In addition to being the ideal tale of retaliation, it also marks the moment when Sienna finally finds the will to put herself first. With Caden's last-ditch effort to have her reconsider her choices and Julian's gradual gnawing at her fear of becoming a professional, Sienna truly changed the course of events and obtained the ideal retribution by making an investment in herself. She made the decision to stand up for herself, not for Caden or Jax.
You're probably right.